true, true,
True.
Yeah. Let's go.
True.
Yerp. What's good? How are y'all feeling? I told myself, I said, listen, as I'm slowly getting back into the flow, Happy New Year again, if you haven't heard it 30 times already. As I'm getting back in the flow, I just said, listen, I just gotta go live and do my thing. You feel me? Like sometimes, I won't say that I have a whole thing prepared, but I at least think about what I want to do for at least a quick second. At least a quick second. You feel me? Today, though, chat, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do my thing. I'm just going to get on here and do my thing. I'm really hungry. So I do have my breakfast right here in front of me. So I will eat my breakfast. Listen, if you don't want me to eat my breakfast, you could say it. I won't listen, but you could say it. But how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I got some coffee. I know it's early in the morning. I woke up late today. And late is what's the word I'm looking for? Not circumstantial. It's it's relative, I guess, right? Because I say late, but I've been up for a couple hours. And I say late, and a lot of y'all motherfuckers are still asleep. A lot of y'all are still asleep. Like, even on some of my latest days, I still be up early. You know what I'm saying? My heart of hearts, in my heart of hearts chat, I want to be a night owl. I would love to just be a night owl. I am a night owl. Like, just staying up all night, not going to sleep until I really actually want to go to sleep. That's the type of life I'm trying to live, but it'd be hard. I'm not gonna lie. Cause it's like you got responsibilities and you gotta get your ass up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Me, I mean, I gotta get my kids dressed, get them to school and all that shit. I mean, there's no secret. I was not the best student, especially in grade school. Oh, Lord. Don't even get me started with grade school. You feel me? Absolutely terrible. But somehow I prevailed. I prevailed through all of the, you hear stories about teachers saying, excuse the paraphrase, but teachers saying, you're not going to be shit when you grow up. Right? A teacher look you dead in your eyes and they say, hey, listen, you're gonna no how do a mean teacher phrase it? They go, you're going to amount to nothing.
What the hell is even that?
What? You're going to amount to nothing. Bro, how do you tell a child that they're not going to be nothing when they grow up? That's crazy. It's actually really crazy when you think about it. Look a kid dead in his eyes and be like, "You're not going to be shit, brother. Judging by your test scores,
You're cooked, brother.
you're cooked. And so is your life." Yes, I understand that you're only 9, 10 years old and that you have many, many years ahead of you. And regardless of, a lot of people don't even really start becoming successful until they hit their mid 40s, early 50s sometimes, right? Because you spend your teenage years rebelling, and then you learn a little something as you get closer to your 20s, and then you screw up everything you learned in your 20s, and then you take those screw ups and try to make them work in your 30s, but then life still kicks your ass in your 30s because life be lifing. You feel me? And then you slowly approach your 40s and you're like, all right, I think I got it. And even most people still don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Most people still don't have it.
Nigga, is this your first day on Earth?
It might be some of our first day on Earth because I'm still trying to understand the rules, right? Like, come on, bro. Come on, chat. Come on, chat.
God damn!
Don't leave me hanging. There's no way I'm the only person still trying to understand the rules of Earth. You feel me? Like, how do you live or how do you maintain in this society? I don't know. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You feel me? But to all those teachers that are out there telling little 9 and 10-year-olds that they're going to amount to nothing, hey, fuck you, asshole, right? Don't be out there trying to ruin kids' dreams, because there will be more than a few of them that will take that and they'll say, listen, you said I wasn't going to be shit, but baby, look at me now. You feel me? Baby, look at me now. That's how they're going to approach you. Anyway, chat, if you want to know what I got for breakfast, here we have some yogurt. This is, I think, honey vanilla Greek yogurt. I don't even know what brand it is. What brand? It's honey vanilla Greek yogurt with some granola on the top. I really love. Has anyone had like the peanut granola? Right? Because this is like, I think, almond granola. I really love like peanut granola, but unfortunately I'm a peanut free household, so I don't kill my child, right? But there you have it. Some honey vanilla Greek yogurt and granola. And then I have this lovely bowl of fruit here that's mixed with, first of all, these big ass, look how big this grape is. For comparison, look, shit is almost the size of the lens of my damn glasses. This big ass grape, it said organic on the package, but I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at these grapes like,
What the hell is even that?
what the hell? This is like this little ass baby watermelon. I told you, chat. Not only am I still learning the rules of Earth, I feel like farmers are too, right? I feel like farmers are trying to see what they can get away with. Like, how the fuck? Not saying you can't have huge grapes. Look at these big ass grapes. Bro, I need to figure out what are the rules and regulations. Like, what are the standards? What are the guidelines for being able to put on your packaging organic? Like, is it really organic? Are you spraying your fucking crops with Miracle Grow? Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? What kind of soil are you using? You feel me? Because I'm telling you right now, these some big ass grapes. Anyway, chat. Again, how y'all doing this morning? Y'all listen to me yap. That's all cool. As you know, the title of the episode is Cop the Mercedes AMG. Two AMGs, chat. A G63 and an SL63. Right? What would those run you? What would those run you, chat? A G63 and an SL63. Let's look at the SL63 first. Let's look at the SL63 first. Because we need to know, like, how much is Mercedes, like, what are they selling these vehicles for? And I know you're like, true, didn't you just cop both of those? So wouldn't you know how much they cost? Let's look it up. Let's look it up, chat. Mercedes AMG SL 63. If I'm not mistaken, transition coming. We got to get better with our transitions. That transition is like so rugged. I mean, I don't mind it, but like it's just like boom. You feel me? Here's a Mercedes AMG SL 63. It's a high performance luxury roadster. Roadster. We like to learn here too, so why not learn something? What is a roadster? What classify a car as a roadster, chat? Do y'all know? A sporty two-seat open-top car designed for performance and driving enjoyment. Like a convertible. Open top. The key characteristics. 2 seats, open top, sporty focus, lightweight and agile, rear-wheel drive. Kind of like what? That's a BMW Z4, I think it is. BMW Z4. But yeah. It's not a bad car. It's just tiny. I'm a big dude, right? So I can't be up in these tiny ass cars. But here's the Mercedes AMG. Look at the 2026. $219,425. Chat. That's a GT though. GT63E. Yeesh. Look at that thing. Woo. They got to have some footage of this thing on the track. They got to. They got to. Let's see. Let's go to the Mercedes-Benz website. Disable these technologies? No. Use all the technologies. Use all the technologies. There you go. SL63 Roadster. Yep. Yellow. Or we gotta figure out what color is that. This must be their sun yellow. They got a lot of colors. Exclusive sun yellow. Exclusive deep green. I think sun yellow is like probably the standard color for this vehicle. 187 racks. That is something. .5 seconds acceleration. 577 horsepower. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. Horsepower, and sorry if I'm chewing in your face, right? Shout out to War Dog in the building. Just copped the SL63 and the G63. Now we're looking up what do they cost? What are the features? Look at this. So sun yellow, obviously, the keystone or whatever you want to call it. This is the primary color for this vehicle. You know, as like a person who likes cars, I think when you're younger, you think like, all right, horsepower is all, right? It's like horsepower is the key determining factor in how fast the car goes. So you say, oh, my car got 300 horsepower, and somebody says, my car got 400 horsepower. You're like, oh, okay, your car's faster. I think we're learning that horsepower is not all, chat. Right? as you get older and you appreciate vehicles more and more, you realize that, hey, horsepower is not the only determining factor. Especially you have to see how much horsepower it puts out at RPM levels, revolutions per minute, right? Passenger capacity, 4. How are you fitting 4 people in this shit? What? You can't fit 4 people in there. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You shouldn't be able to. If they're classifying as a roadster and we just looked up a definition of a roadster, it says key element, 2 seats. How the fuck? Bro, I'm 6'4". There's no way somebody's fitting behind me. The interior dimensions, headroom, legroom, 41.5 inches. Like, what? I'm barely fitting in here, and you're telling me you're going to fit someone behind me? We don't want to show us the interior. Look at this car, though. This is actually a really nice car. It's a beast of an automobile. But come on, man. Right? 577 horsepower at 5,500 to 6,500 RPM. So, right. You're going to be sitting, you got to sit on the trunk to drive this shit. I mean, obviously, there's people fitting in them, clearly. And I'm pretty sure I can probably fit in it too, because these cars have a little bit more room than you think. Especially you get one with the engine in the back, or you get a mid-engine. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Besco in the building. But yeah, look at the fuel capacity. That's a big-ass tank, though. 18.5. Don't crash that bitch. This is going to explode. We don't want to get doom and gloom here, though. This is a beast. Let's check it out as it compares to, let's look at a 2026 Mercedes AMG. We want the G63. Let's compare them. Huh? Look at this. 577 horsepower. So you have a coupe or roadster version, and you have a SUV, and they have the same horsepower. Primary color for the G-Wagon, black, obviously. Let's see what they call their black. Oh, they just call it black. They got a magnetite black metallic. Obsidian black metallic. Okay. All right. 196,000. Round up. Right? If you're in the market for one of these cars, which one you buying, chat? Let's run a poll. Which one you buying? Which one are you buying? Are you buying an SL63 or are you buying a G63? Which one you buying? You going for the coupe, or technically the 4-door or 2-door, I'm sorry, that can fit 4 people? Or are you paying the extra? We can round up 10,000 for the G-Wagon. G-Wagon too heavy and a gas guzzler. 'Tis a fact. How heavy though? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to see where that's performance. I'm trying to see where they're keeping the weight. Oh, shit. Right here in my face. Curb weight, 5,800 pounds. All right. Let's see the weight of this one. So this one's 5,800 pounds. And here we go. 4,300 pounds. Like a ton heavier. What car would you think is light? And let's see what the weight is. Right? Which one are you copping, chat? A Miata. 2026 Miata. Let's say 2025. They don't have a 2026 out yet? All right. Let's look at the Grand Touring. Let's see what the curb weight. Let's see what the weight is. Just show us the weight. Show us the weight. I don't want to see the interior. I don't want to see the powertrain. I just want to see the weight. Sometimes I feel like depending on how your website is set up will determine also like how people would purchase your vehicle. Because if it takes me this much work to just find out the details about the car, you feel me? Like, choose your drive chain. Maybe it's because I'm like over here building it. Maybe because I built it. Let's blame me, right? Let's say explore. Here we go. Compare trims and specs. All right, let's see what the weight is on this thing. Let's see what the weight is. All right, exterior. Show us the weight of this bad boy. Exterior dimensions, blah, 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 blah. Engine and mechanical. Come on, bro. Show us the weight. Torque, red line, displacement. Okay. They have a lot of information on here. They have a lot of information. Shout out to Slime Sets in the building. What's good? Appreciate you coming through. Oh, I should probably give a spiel. Hold up. Full screen for you real quick. While I'm not eating food. I'm True Key Man. You can call me True. Everybody calls me True. Right? I'm a variety streamer. I just chat a lot. I'm a very talkative person. But I do play games sometimes. Fortnite, Call of Duty. I think next week I'm going to try out this game that that my brother got me for Christmas, which is Hogwarts Legacy. Mondays, I teach people about financial entertainment. Well, I'm not teaching. People say I teach a lot. I just talk. If you learn something, shout out to you. But otherwise, you know, I'm pretty much cooked here, right? Right now, we're talking about the Mercedes SL 63 and the G63. Not financial advice. It's not financial advice. Do not listen to me at all. If for some reason you happen to become more intelligent by listening to me, well, shout out to you, right? But everybody else,
You're cooked, brother.
y'all are cooked. First of all, if you listen to me chat all day,
What the hell is even that?
I don't know. I feel like there's better things you could do with your time. But here your curb weight right here. Come on, War Dog. Almost 2,400 pounds. Yeah, this is a light ass car. This is a light car. This is one of the cars that if you're watching the Avengers movie, they're probably going to pick this shit up and throw it at someone, right? This one, curb weight 4,300 pounds. This one, curb weight 5,800 pounds. Yes, the Hulk can lift it, but does he really want to smash a $200,000 vehicle? Nah, he don't. He don't. He don't. You feel me? So, yeah. Toss this little Miata at somebody. Get this shit out the way. You feel me? 2,400 pounds. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's probably why they're selling them for like 35,000 too, because you want something a little heavier. Like, do they have a hot lap? It says smart car. You want to look up the weight of a smart car? Let's ask Google. I thought about buying a smart car. One of these, look at this, 2,200 pounds. Almost as heavy as that Miata, actually. I thought about getting one of these smart cars just so I can park it in DC. Also, Slime, if you're still with us, I am from the DMV. You feel me? If you don't like Mercedes, go for Bugatti. If you don't want to spend $200,000, chat, spend $1 million on a Bugatti. Got it. Shout out to Besco. Y'all already know the vibes. Listen, smart car. I'll push one of these little mugs. Look, smart #1 SUV is significantly heavier at over 4,000 pounds. There's a smart car SUV? What? Did y'all know this existed? Bro, have I seen these on the road and just thought it was a regular smart car, but it's actually an SUV? That's crazy. And they got a Brabus. What? The best small car is the Prius or Mini Cooper. That Prius, I'm not gonna lie, that Prius is fire. That Prius is actually fire. I drove one of those. I went out of town. Why is SUV? I drove one of these things. It's actually fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Has a nice little look to it. Hella good on gas. I was driving that bitch all over the place. And I drove it for a week. And I went to fill the tank back up, chat, after a whole week of driving. I think it cost me like $8. I didn't use that much gas, but I was doing a lot of driving. For sure. Let's see if they got a hot lap. Do they got a Miata hot lap? First of all, do you guys know what a hot lap is? Where they basically push these vehicles to the limit. Let's see. This is a 2016. This one don't count. This one's super souped up. 2017. Why would they show? Okay. Miata hot lap. That's Sebring. That's a Sebring course. All right. This got 207,000 views. This, geez, 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. You can't see it. Oh, shout out to you. Thank you. See? I appreciate you. Because when I was at CES last week, Consumer Electronics Show, for those of you who don't know, I was at CES last week, and for a moment, I muted my live, and no one told me I never unmuted. And I, for 30 minutes, was talking, and nobody could hear me, and they didn't say shit. So, shout out to the War Dog for keeping me on track. Listen, y'all know I'm new here. Give me some grace. It's muted.
Looks all right. It's cheap.
All right, let's see the hot lap. Let's compare the Miata hot lap to the SL63. Let's see.
In an era when new cars all seem to be bigger, heavier, and more complex, Mazda's fourth generation MX-5 bucks the trend. It's shorter than the original 1990 Miata, weighs about 150 pounds less than the car it replaces, and still comes with a clutch pedal.
RS.
Powered by a 155 horsepower, 2-litre, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that drives the rear wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission, the 2016 MX-5 remains faithful to the Miata formula. No gimmicks, no gadgets, no glitz. This is as pure and honest a sports car as you can buy from a mainstream automaker. The little MX-5 won't be the fastest car around Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, and by a long way. But a car doesn't always need big horsepower and super sticky tires to be a great driver's car.
That's a fact. There you go, chat. Look at the stats of the car they're pushing. The MX-5 Miata, that's the club. Engine, 2-liter. Power, 155. Look at that, 155 horsepower. I told you. You know what I'm saying? Torque, 148 pounds a foot. Transmission, 6-speed. Wheelbase, 90 inches. Curb weight. There you go. Still in that 2,000 range. Base price and prices tested. So they're testing a $33,000 vehicle. Laguna Seca. What's Laguna Seca? I feel like I should know this. The M3. There's somebody around here with a M5 competition. Those, I'm not gonna lie, I was behind the M5. I was like, hold up, something's different about that one. I was like, ooh, that's a competition. That has a big ass tires in the back. Exactly, horsepower is indicative of max speed. It's a famous racetrack in California. Shout out to that. Let's see what they're talking about. This is the hot lap. Oh, first, I mentioned my breakfast earlier, so I told you it was in the yogurt. In here, besides these big ass grapes, this is a citrus salad, which is basically like different colored grapefruits. Then you have blueberries, grapes, strawberries, and pineapple. So fresh fruit. And I still got my coffee. Shout out to that. Gotta take care of yourself, chat. Gotta eat healthy. Let's get it.
The engine's actually pretty torquey in the mid-range.
He's pushing.
It's not a rever.
Bro streaming while he's driving. Like, come on. That's talent.
One hand. Likes that one hand feel.
I can guarantee he's a better driver than me,
Light and quick.
but also, I'd probably be pushing that bitch 100 the whole time.
Don't overslow the entries. Get to the power early.
60, almost 70 miles through the turn. For the record, chat, the slower you go into a turn, the faster you can come out of
Land
it.
like a butterfly landing on a leaf when you get on that brake pedal.
It's not a bad track. That turn right there is a beast. He got a little bit of air on that one. Look at the lap time. 1 minute 38. Push it, bro. You're going 75 miles an hour. Bro, you gotta be doing 100 going over the line, bro. 100.
Actually, the Miata.
Yeah, you gotta know how to hit
It's the impression.
corners
I have
at speed. That's true, but
really a soft.
you also have to know how to slow it down too. I learned that from a professional. So I was in I did like I was on an autocross track, and they set up the track, but we had professional drivers, and they had the walkie-talkies. So they had a setup. We had walkie-talkies in the car. They was talking us through the turns, you know. We was getting busy. Shout out to Ice in the building. I will say I haven't done one of these in a manual car, so I can't speak on it. All automatic or paddle shifters.
Soft car, lots of body roll that happens.
He was
quickly.
pushing though.
So it has to be driven like this.
Like I said, I guarantee
The
he's a better
light
driver.
touch on the steering,
I can
light
guarantee.
touch on the brakes.
The
And
fact
better I
that
got at
he's
that,
doing the
the
hot lap
faster the car
and
went,
I'm
the better
watching
it
him
all
do
felt.
the hot lap is enough
Surprisingly
evidence
fast,
that
tell
he
you the
is a
truth.
better
When
driver.
you hear 155 horsepower, you don't think that's much, but it goes good in the lower gears.
He whipping that
And
motherfucker
I got
though.
some brake fade, which surprised me. I did not expect brake fade. Meant the pedal was pretty low and hard to match revs. Some ugly
Ads.
downshifts.
Gotta sub
Great
up, my
shift,
boy.
Quick and fast. The Miata is defined by its lightness, very much in the traditional sports car sense of an AMG.
I'm not gonna lie, he kinda
Spitfire
looked like-
from before
Hold up.
I was a kid even. It's that kind of car.
Chad, hold up. I'm not gonna lie to you. He kind of reminds me of, what's the dude name that's like, I'm about to age myself a little bit. Yeah, I remember the guy that was like, am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Who remember that? Sorry, I gotta switch gears just for a moment. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Who remembers that, bro? He looked just like him. Look, turtle. The master of
it's just a
disguise.
name.
Y'all remember
I
this?
think
Hold
you're
up.
taking it a little bit too literally.
Turtle?
May I help you? Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly, but am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Is he okay?
He's fine.
He's fine, Turtle. Turtle.
He's dreamt of this place ever since he was a child.
Turtle.
Do you think we can
Bro.
go in for a moment? We'll be out in 5 minutes.
You remember this?
All right.
War Dog is probably like, wait, how did we get here? So just so you, hold up. Wait, don't do that to me. Go back. So
No,
I
it's
was
just-
saying that the dude doing the hot lap, I was like, he reminds me of the dude from Master of Disguise.
I think you're taking it
This
a little
dude
bit
right
too
here.
literally.
He's like, am I not turtly
May I
enough
help
for the
you?
Turtle Club?
Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not
Hold up,
exactly.
let's
Not
hear it one more
exactly,
time. That's
but
just too
am I
funny.
not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Bro, they just don't make movies like that anymore. What's this dude name? We just gotta know. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Dana Carvey. Bro, I know this clip because one of my favorite streamers. This is. Oh, really? Bro, drop his put his thing in the chat. That's funny. I need to get me a cool follow sound. You want to know? So, all right. I don't know how this would play out, but you want to know what sound I'm planning on using? Shout out to Sun in the building. How you doing, Sun? What is up? Listen, real quick. We're just switching gears for 2 seconds. Listen. Hold up. Thug Brothers. Oops, what happened? No, what happened? Hold up.
Imagine being
Let's
able
see.
to build.
Let's see if it
anything
plays.
just
Shout out
by
to Miss
thinking
G
about it.
in the
Meet
building.
Base
What's good with you, Miss
44,
G?
A complete AI creation platform.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I see folks rolling back in. Find a seat, make yourself comfortable, put your feet up, etc., etc., etc. Just to let you guys know, Miss G is TurtleWax85. Shout out to TurtleWax85. We're going to have to check him out. Miss G is currently kicking everyone's ass in channel points because I added, not channel points, but here, let me just show you. There's a raffle that now goes on, and Miss G is currently leading the leaderboard in raffle points. So there is a raffle now. I like raffles. I mean, I go to some people's channels and they have the raffle situation going on, and it's pretty cool. And I'll start to customize the points and stuff like that. But for now, the raffle is available. All right, so let's see if they play the sound immediately.
I am not the type of nigga to play no games. You as good as gone. You caught up in my aim. We do this for ass. See
Hold up.
Up with the I burn shit. I'ma raise the
This is not what I'm looking for. This is not what I'm looking for, chat. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. There's a part in the song, but it comes from that song. So I was thinking about using that, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know where my mind's gonna take me. I'm a playful individual. Zero points. Miss G came away with the win again. Listen, is this you right now?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
You getting cooked, chat? 6,000 points. Hold up, let's see. Let's see. I'm at the leaderboard. Sorry, chat. Hello. Sorry, chat. Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure out a follow sound. All right, so that was the Mazda Miata. Let's get back to it. Am I not turly enough for the Turtle Club? All right, so that was the Mazda Miata hot lap. Now we want to see a SL63 hot lap. Let's see the SL63. Ice is getting cooked. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go. That one's no. We want this. This is a more recent one. Let's check this one out. Let's see what they're talking about. Shout out to everybody in the building today, though. Y'all going crazy. Is bro a streamer? Is he gonna talk to us? Shout out to the other camera crew, though. And look at this track. Look at the top and look at the track. That's a beast of a straightaway. If he doesn't hit, I don't know how long that straightaway is, but if he doesn't hit like 150. Also, they should show us where he's at on the track. That other hot lap setup was a little better, I'm not gonna lie. And they probably have better ones with the SL63, but if he's not pushing, whoa. It's not even showing us the speed or nothing. I gotta look at the dash. All right, he's doing about, I'm assuming it's in miles per hour. He's doing 103. Is this miles per hour? That's not miles per hour. It's not miles per hour. There's no way. He didn't just hit that turn at 160 miles an hour. Or did he? Shit, you tell me. I mean, it's cool. Hot lap 1.2. It gotta be kilometers. It gotta be kilometers. Let's look for another hot lap. Because that one, I mean, geez, give us some, you know what I mean? Very wet track. Why are you doing a hot lap on a wet track? This is 10 years ago. Okay, this gives us some data. Okay, say 20, this is a 22. Let's see what they're talking about. Yeah, it's definitely kilometers. There's no way he hit that turn. Wait. This is clearly fucking, what is this? Come on, give us a real hot lap. Maybe we want to do a lightning lap. Like, that was clearly AI or whatever you want to call it. That was crazy. Hot lap commentary, the AMG SL63. Oh, they got a Cayman, Corvette. Ooh, let's see.
One of the most important discoveries in the field of science and health over the last decade or so is the discovery that our gut health, in particular the little bitty microbiota that live in our gut and the neurons that reside in our gut, are very important not just for the health of
Hey, welcome to Car and Driver. I'm Carlos Lago.
I'm Casey Caldwell.
And we're talking about Casey's
Okay, so
experience driving this year, the fun and speedy
So
vehicle.
the SL63 is first.
Some pretty hot ones.
Yeah, a few. A Porsche 718 GT4 RS and the new Corvette Z06. And the new SL63.
And one incredibly not so fast vehicle that we'll talk about later.
After we see this hot lap, I'll show you.
Let's jump right into it with the Mercedes AMG
I'll show you my
SL63.
G63 and my SL63.
This one seemed willing, if not for a couple.
That track is insane.
Struggles that we had with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, what you can't really see
140
here is that the seat back angle is laid back a little more than I'd like it.
That's what I was gonna say. If he's not hitting 150 on straight,
for whatever reason,
I mean, that's an SL63. You see how he dropped down over 100 miles an hour to hit
the way we tried.
Yeah, everyone tried. I mean, we were, pulling the battery, disconnecting the battery, doing everything. I mean, everything we could think of, and it just did not want to. It just did not want to adjust the backrest angle.
So yeah, the buttons just didn't work. The seat back would not change. It was really frustrating, and doubly so because this thing seemed really, really capable.
What track is that?
The type of vehicle
is that Virginia
right?
track?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically just a little bit bigger AMG GT, right? With now a soft top and a pretty small back seat, but it's
I like that too.
It's pretty fun actually to drive, and what I kind of commented there when I was driving because the back end got a little squirrely over the curb, but these things happen, but it's you just kind of keep your foot in it and keep going, and
he's pushing.
Hope for the best.
A little squirrely over the S's
in
the 120 range is fun. It's in a vehicle that weighs nearly 4,300 pounds.
Shit,
400 pounds, right?
Yeah. You can feel that weight going through the corners for sure.
But this thing seemed really, really fast too, and also had quite a bit of grip too. I mean, nobody expects this kind of performance from an SL, generally speaking, right? But it's cool that this does.
Slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I thought he was going straight.
We don't.
I would have blew right through them
here
cones at 160 miles an hour.
Dedicated track car, and sometimes we just need to know what certain cars can do. And
that's why you need somebody in your ear too, telling you,
definitely,
hey,
exceeded
left turn coming up,
and
followed by a quick right and a quick
been
left.
Able to adjust the seat,
hit the brake.
Probably would have gone.
Drop it down to 43.
You surely would have spent more time with it too. I think the seat back
push,
angle, comfort, safety, and all that stuff. It kind of makes you hesitant to try to go all out as much as you want it, right?
Yeah. Because if you're not, if you're not comfortable, and then I mean, the big thing is it was like kind of like having to hold my head up, which then brought my shoulders kind of off the seat, and then I'm using, I'm not using the seat to hold me in place as much as I am my arms, and that's. I mean, it's just one of those things of driving street cars on tracks, right?
Yeah, right.
That you can run into every now and again, but it definitely could have been better had I been able to move it. But
that wasn't not bad.
And when I say we tried, I mean we were wrenching on that thing, like putting all
it's
our
not
body
bad
weight on it to try to
driving,
move it out of position. It was pretty comical. I wish we were running the cameras when we were trying to adjust it.
He didn't do too bad.
And I mean I never followed up with Mercedes to know like what exactly the problem was, but it was something.
And crossed the line at 147.
Yeah,
that's cooking.
52.
Oh, miles an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that was good. We're gonna now move on to.
Okay.
That was
straight. What y'all think? What y'all think about the hot lap, chat? That was decent. He went over the line at almost 150. I mean, what more can you ask for? So you guys ready to see my my whips? I know. The big body G-Wagon and the Roadster. The big body G-Wagon and the Roadster, chat. Lego set 7, 6, 9, 2, 4, 808 pieces. If this whole time you thought I went out and spent $400,000 on 2 Mercedes vehicles, then thank you for being so positive about me, but I did not do that. I'm about to eat the cord of my headphones. What the hell? I didn't do that, chat. I got Lego set 76924. Ooh, is this a race? Power meets German. Z06 versus GT. Ooh. Are they going against each other? Sorry.
If you're looking to learn how to
Shout out to
trade,
Kimmy.
a community
Lurking.
is very important.
Hey, listen, we
And I've
appreciate
joined
the lurkers
previous
as well.
communities, and teaching
I appreciate everybody
wasn't one of
coming
their
through
strong
showing me
points.
love.
So I was left with guessing. Trade with the pros.
You're
definitely
amazing.
Goes down to the basics so that you
You
can
think I'm
understand
amazing?
the process
You're
of
amazing.
trading. I don't have to guess.
Shout out to
I
Kimmy.
can access
Coming
recordings if I
in
miss
with
a
the
lap.
positive
I can also
vibe.
Look at the distance that car is from me. And you
We're
can see
eating our
the
fruit.
40
Sorry. Let me switch up the screen really quick. After this one, I'm going to build a little bit of this Lego. That was the whole point. That entire build up. Listen, somebody say, hey, you're a great storyteller. Thank you. And yes, all of that, looking at curb weight and looking at vehicle pricing and comparing vehicles and watching the hot laps, it was just to build suspense for me to click together Lego bricks. You feel me? Y'all show Kimmy some love.
% extra power, and that thing just walking away from me. And now I'm able to brake later, and look at the distance now.
So GT4 RS
Welcome
versus
back. It's track time. Chin Track Days, June, out of
Z06?
Dakota. So this particular event was interesting to me because of the car that's coming out of that garage right there. That's the C8 Z06.
Woo.
And in the past, I've only seen these in the lower or mid-tier run groups. I've not seen them in the advanced run group. I think I've seen one over the last.
All right. So I'm going to be real with you. I don't know when, right? So I'm not going to lie to you. And they say, hey, keep some things to yourself. I don't care. I'm putting the energy out there. So, in the near future, this is a true story. I'm not talking about Legos this time, chat. In the near future, I would like to purchase one of these vehicles in not necessarily these specific trims, but one of these vehicles. So this Cayman or this C8. So seeing these two pinned up against each other, oh yeah.
Year. So these have been out for 2.5 years, but they've not managed to trickle up into the advanced run group. So in this particular event, there were like 3 or maybe 4 of them in this particular run group. So I was real excited to get to run with them. This is a car that I seriously considered purchasing back when it first came out. I think it first shipped in October of 2022. And what caught my eye was the engine. The engine on this thing is a 5.5 liter flat plane V8. And so this thing has the same efficiency as the Porsche 4-liter motor, which is very surprising for an American motor. So it puts out 122 horsepower per liter, which is right up there with all of the most advanced motors in the world. Because of that, it has a 40% power advantage to the Porsche motor.
Ooh.
It has a 40% torque advantage as well. So this is a very impressive motor, and they put it in a mid-engine platform for the first time. So instead of being a typical front-engine vet having trouble putting power to the ground,
that's why I like
they
it.
put the weight over the top of the rear axle, so this thing can accelerate. And it has the handling, of course, of a mid-engine car. So I was real excited about this car, and I was waiting for the weight figures to come in. And when they finally published the weight figures, I've seen in the past where they stripped a lot of weight out of the Z06. In this particular case, they didn't. So this car came in at almost 3,800 pounds. So it's a 20% more weight than the GT4 RS. So that was a deal breaker for me. I don't want a car that's heavier than maybe 3,200 pounds on the track. And I prefer to have a car that's less than 3,000 pounds. So that's where I kind of departed.
There you go, War
and
Dog.
picked up the GT4 RS at that point.
Car less than 3,000 pounds.
So you have 40%
right
more
there.
power, and you have 20% more weight. So when you divide those out, and you get horsepower per pound, you end up with only a 20% advantage with this configuration. And of course, with more weight, you have worse braking. The acceleration suffers. You go through the consumables faster, tires and brakes and all of that. Transitioning through corners like through the S's, you've got 523 extra pounds that you're carrying around, and so the car doesn't feel as nimble. That was a deal breaker for me. And then the other thing I found out about the car later, which I didn't know at the beginning, was that it was brake-by-wire. So this is the first time they put brake-by-wire in a high-performance car that I know of. And when we talked to some of the people out at our club track that had Cadillacs, a couple of the people had failures with this brake-by-wire system, and they actually departed the track at very high speed. Chevy kind of quietly came in and took care of the situation and got them a new car, but the fact that that system is new technology, I don't think I want to be an early adopter of brake-by-wire.
Brake-by-wire.
I've heard it doesn't have the same pedal feel as the hydraulic system, so I just moved away from this car at that point. I still am in love with this engine. This is an amazing engine, and I love the fact that they've got a mid-engine car. If they just cut some of the damn weight out of it, I'd be standing there in line with some dollars. But it was interesting now to see, putting that much power into this platform.
I wish they were showing his
Can you
speed
really
right
take
now.
advantage of it on
Because it's
Coda?
like,
Coda's
this is obviously
track.
a better track.
So this
than
thing
the
should be
last dude
crushing
as
us
well.
with the 40%
That
more
was pushing the,
power advantage. So I was real interested to see how this thing would perform on
What was
track
it,
and how it would compare to the
SL63?
GT4 RS. So this is the first
just
chance
look-
that I've
look how
seen
smooth.
where I can actually evaluate
This thing takes turns. Jeez. Z06 versus GT.
Okay, after we got things warmed
Get
up,
it.
we're coming down the front straight here. You
Here
can
we
see
go.
the C806 ahead of me there.
You're going 100
it's quite
miles
a ways
an
up the
hour.
track. He was
Pushing.
kind of hauling ass at the beginning, and I was just trying to get some heat in the tires here. But this is
Warming
a very
the
hot
car
day,
up.
so this is like 96 degrees Fahrenheit on the track,
There you
and
go.
the humidity's at around 70%.
40 miles an hour
And
hitting
of
the
course,
turn,
water vapor in the air
clean.
displaces
Push it
oxygen,
up
so
to
you don't get as much
87.
as a high density of oxygen coming
Taking
into
that
the
little
engine, so
turn
it
at
doesn't make
90
as much
miles an
power.
hour.
Plus, the air density is thinner, it's lighter, so you're not getting that cold, dense air coming into the engine with lots of oxygen. You're getting lots of water vapor and a thinner
Look at
air
that,
mixture,
look at
so
that
you don't have as
pushing.
much oxygen coming into
That
the
came
engine.
in
You're not
as
making as much
balance.
power. So we were really suffering out there on the track.
That's-
You could
that
see on the, when I
C8
get to
is
the back
gone,
straight here, my
though,
top
like,
speed is only like
catch it.
151 miles an hour. We should be getting close to 160. So it's definitely taken a toll on the power. Through all the corners and stuff, it's about the same. I mean, the tires give up quicker because of the heat.
All right, here we go,
But
right
this
here.
is early in the session,
Here's
so
the
we
straight.
haven't got to that point yet. But you can see here
got
on the
the
back
drop
straight now.
right below 40, push.
Normally, I would get up to 156, 157, 158, somewhere around there. And you can see now when I come down the back straight, you can even see the humidity in the air. See how hazy it looks? So there's a lot of humidity. You can see how sluggishly it's accelerating. Let's see if we get up to around 150, maybe 151, and that's where it gave up. People were saying it didn't have as much grip on the track as well because of the humidity in the air. When I looked at the plots, it looked very similar on the turns to a dry, cool day.
Dude,
but
in the
definitely
C8
on the straights, we were down.
is going though. What's that
So
right in front
we're
of him?
coming up, and you can see we're kind of getting a little closer
Is
to
that another
the
Porsche in
C8
front of him,
Z06
or is
here.
that a-
We got another car in between us. I think this is a 987
Yeah.
Cayman that's been
987.
track prepped. So this is like one of the spec Cayman series cars.
Track
That's
spec
one of the
Cayman
cars
right in
I
front of
ran with for about 10 years. I just love that car.
Yeah.
I still have it. It's a fantastic car on the track. Super light. Probably weighs 2,800 pounds. So like 300 or 400 pounds less
Come on,
than
get out
the
the way.
GT4 RS. Doesn't have the power of the GT4 RS.
You
but
had your turn to
the
catch him.
handling is
Yeah, there you go.
phenomenal in those little cars. So once we get around him, then we'll have a little more clearance to get up to the Z06. You can see how we're a little bit closer to him, but we didn't make up a ton of ground there. Now going through the S's, so this car has like, I think it has,
You
let me
reach
check my
130 on
stats.
that one.
It has, I think, 13% more rear tire width and about 4% more front tire width.
I like
so
the
it
shape
has
of this
more
track.
mechanical grip
That sharp
than
turn,
the GT4 RS,
that sharp
even with
turn,
the wider
though,
tires
you
that
gotta-
I have
you gotta
on
really
this
hit the
car.
brakes on
So
that.
the vets have always had a lot of mechanical grip. That was kind of their signature item.
I built the track.
This car doesn't have a lot of
with,
downforce,
so
but it does have a lot
Amazon,
of
they had like a
mechanical grip.
F1
And when they moved
situation
up
at
to the
CES,
ZR1,
and
they
I
didn't even
built a
change the
track with
tires on
them,
that one. So it
and
seems
I
like they're
raced
the same
it,
size tires. horsepower as what's on the Z06.
Virtually, obviously.
So you can see how we're catching up to him here in the turns. And then we get down here on this little short straight, and yeah, he's pulling away there. So there's the 670 horsepower. Now, look at the distance when we get through this braking zone
right
here and we turn around this car. Look at the distance that car is from me. You can see I can almost see the plate. Now we get onto the back straight, and you can see the 40% extra power, and that thing just walking away from me. It doesn't walk away as fast as like a McLaren, but I guess the McLarens are in that 700 kind of range, and this is in the 600
that's a different
kind of range. But this thing, because of the 500 extra pounds, it has to start braking early. And now I'm able to brake later, and look at the distance now. When we started, we were about that distance. In the middle of the straight, he was way ahead of me. And by the time we get through the braking zone, we're about the same distance as where we started. So if they were to take that 500 pounds out of that car, and that car could brake at 150 meters out, oh, look at the tail come out.
He slid. Oh,
yeah, so he lost the tail, and that
he
was
lost
kind of
it.
the end of that one. Luckily, there's another one ahead of me, so we got another one to chase down here.
Grounded to the ground.
But yeah, back to the straight, you have an advantage with power, and then when you get to the braking zone, you got to brake earlier.
Taking them turns at 100
you end up
miles an
giving
hour.
that advantage back to a car that's lighter weight. So if they were to cut 500 pounds out of that car, that would be a phenomenal car. But they, for whatever reason, they build it with lower. I mean, you have to keep the cost down, so they build it with lower technology materials, and the thing is very heavy. The other problem with the Chevy engines in the past has been cooling these things. So I know with the forced induction ones that were in that, like the supercharged ones that were in the Z06 in the past, they could only do maybe 4 laps out at COTA, and then they go into limp mode because they were overheating. And so that was a real problem. With this normally aspirated engine, I think they're going to be able to cool this one better. I didn't see any of these cars giving up on the track.
When I get one of these
they seemed
vehicles,
like they ran the whole session in this heat.
I'm not gonna have to worry about that because
didn't seem to have any problems with heat.
I doubt I'd be on the track.
The
that
ZR1, because of the extra,
I at least got to try to hit that
forced induction.
But
that one's going to have some more heat soak.
They're pushing.
I know they added more cooling to that one, so that one's going to be even more heavy than the Z06. But this one looks interesting because I think they might have licked the cooling problem on this one, and you can see now we're catching up to it. This particular car is driven by a guy I know he typically drives the GT4 RS Club Sport. And in this particular case, he couldn't get the car from Houston over to COTA, and so he ended up bringing the Z06. Now, okay, look how close we are to this car here. So see how close we are going into the back straight. Now, here's the power, and you can see this thing leaving us. So you can see I was almost
eventually
on his
I'll get the raffle
as we came into turn 11. And now look at him leave. And now he's going to apply the brakes at probably 200 meters out.
Auto-modded.
And there he is applying the brakes. And now I'm going to apply the brakes at 150. And we're right back to where we started. So adding a bunch of power with more weight doesn't really help you. You've got to add more power with the same weight to take advantage of this. And you can see how he's wiggling around a little bit. It seems like it's not very stable on the back end. The other one,
that's the big thing, is the stability.
It had a tail problem here on 15. And this one, you can see the tail is kind of moving around. But yeah, so anyway, that
on them
that was
straights,
the first time
I've
actually seen these on the track and be able to
trying
run
to brake
with them,
fast and get around the turns.
That was very interesting. So it'll be interesting when the air is cooler, how much power they make, and if they can really take advantage of that added power. Time will tell. The ZR1 is coming out now, and that one's going to be over 1,000 horsepower. I think it weighs like 300 pounds heavier than the Z06 because of the added cooling.
Sorry, Chad.
So time will tell if that one's going to do well out of COTA. I know they were out there the weekend before this event, I think it was, and they were running in the heat, and none of the reviewers said anything about the cars going into limp mode. So it seems like they might have licked the cooling problem, and they might have gotten around that. Hopefully that's true, and hopefully the ZR1.
This dude is pushing
at full speed
RS, bro,
and not have the timing pulled. So
think
that's
about how
another
many
interesting
people
one
he
to watch
passed.
for. Still very impressed with this car, and
He's
I
a
hope
good
to see
driver.
more of these out here, and over time see their lap times, and hopefully they'll push them down into the 218 kind of range like we're seeing with the GT4 RS. Before I let you guys go, let me show you one more thing. So in the garages next to us at this event, they had some people that were moving around cargo containers and stuff. And whenever that's going on, you always kind of pay attention because there's always something very interesting going on with either a hypercar or something that's going to be tested in the next week. So it became apparent these guys were actually McLaren guys, and they were unloading for some kind of a test that they were doing the next week. And we watched, and eventually they opened up one of the air containers.
I saw
and
2
there
McLarens
was
last week,
an
chat.
F1 car in it. And we asked the guys about which one it was, and they said it was the one from last year. It wasn't the one from this year. And they were doing some testing, and that was about all we got out of them. When they got the car unloaded, they put it behind a wall, and we couldn't see it anymore. So, and they didn't want us walking behind the wall after that. But they were real lenient about us filming it. So we were able to film the car in its container and all the diffusers and all that kind of stuff, which you rarely get to see. But out at COTA, you really have to keep your eyes peeled because you never know what you might see. So it turns out the next week we were starting looking at the news, and it turns out that Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Brad Pitt were all out there running this car, doing some testing. And they let Brad apparently
Actors be living such a life. Like, yeah, I'm in the movie, so I got to test this baby out, you know? Like, but yeah, I did see their, look at this chat. Because it's on my phone, right? Yeah. So it's one of their cars. It's not that specific one right there, but that's, yeah. See that? Look at that, baby. Look at that. Right? And then I went to the, I'll show you the other McLaren. I went to, and this is for War Dog. I saw Bugatti out there too. Yes, they had the Bugatti on display. But I went to McLaren store, and they had, of course, on display, McLaren, the famous orange. Look at that, baby. Woo. McLaren. There's the F1 suit. Yeah. That was crazy. That was crazy. I saw a lot of crazy cars out there, though. They have this concept car called a Cosmera. That's the Cosmera. And then they had this other one as well. Look at that. Yeesh. Man. Look at that. Yeah, they had some pretty cool tech out there, some pretty nice cars, etc. Like I said, robots in the whole 9 yards. Oh, what is he talking about? Okay, cool. Sorry, chat. Yeah. So, I got my coffee. I got my soundboard.
What the hell is even that?
Got my Mercedes. Yes. Let's build a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Not too much. We're going to build a little bit of it. Okay, let me go and edit my stream info. We'll go from just chatting to Lego and brick building. Cha, let's do it. All right, let's open this baby up. Let's see what's inside. Let's see what's inside. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. We're not gonna build this whole thing, but we're gonna definitely see what some of this is talking about. We're gonna see what some of this is talking about. We gotta see what some of it is talking about. We've seen the price. We've seen some of the specs. Let's see what the bags are looking like. Y'all hear that? Hopefully they... Oh. I just assume that they have this organized in a way that lets you choose which vehicle you're going to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And not make me build both of these at the same time. That would be nuts. A bunch of rims. Stickers, of course. Ooh, more stickers. And then the books. Let's see. Okay, the G-Wagon says, oh, bag 3. So the G-Wagon starts at bag 3. Okay, so they have you do one, then the other. Okay, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, chat. All right, let's see. Let's get in our... What's this? Oh, this is for the earpieces for my glasses. Okay, so hold up. If G-Wagon starts at bag 3, then that means you could probably build all of the SL63 with bag 1 and 2. You can build that whole SL63 with just these two? And then 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the G-Wagon? Let's test that theory, chat. Because I still have stuff to do today. But I've been working. I've been working hard. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can switch our... See if we can switch our camera angle a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Shout out to Michael in the building. What's up? How's it going? We looked at some G63 stuff, some CL63. We watched some hot laps, some lightning laps. We compared curb weights, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Hold up, how does the rest go? See, my brain, this is how my brain works. See, chat, this is why I can't get anything done sometimes, because my brain, this is how my brain works. Ooh, they got the drag race between the GT4, GT4 RS, GT3, GT3 RS. But that's not why we're here, right? But before we are, we got to see, because in my mind, right, when I say, etc., etc., and I'll probably say this again, because I feel like anytime my brain thinks of the word etc. Michael, tell me if you go through this. Does your brain like track to different things so much? So when I go etc., etc., explicit, etc., we got to go with Willy Wonka reading a contract to Charlie. I probably brought this up because it always comes up. You drunk, fizzy lifting drink.
Mr. Wonka, I am extraordinarily busy, sir. I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie.
Don't want to go full screen?
When does he get it? He doesn't. Why not? Because he broke the rule.
He broke the rule.
What rule?
It says it right there in the
We didn't
contract.
say any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., etc. Fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc. Memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
You sure did.
You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get
Nothing.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Listen, that is a classic scene. Listen, that is a classic scene, chat. That is a very classic scene. But here, let's go ahead and try to transition again and see if we can get our Legos to show. Let's see. Is our other camera going to work? Good day, sir. We got to start using that more often. Good day, sir. Okay. Hey. Okay, we're on a black screen right now. The camera's there. The camera's there. Hold up, chat. Hold on, chat. We're trying to get the camera so we can display our Legos. Let's see. The camera's clearly right there. Why are you not showing? Why are you not showing? Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Finally. All right. Bag 1. Strip it open. Sure. I mean, I feel like I found out so much new stuff from you. Is it something special? And like, do I have to do something? I mean, I wouldn't mind. You can definitely throw me on the board. I've seen him put the board up several times. Is it, do I have to do something special? Let me know. Let me know. I appreciate you guys so much. Always thinking about me, always considering me. Looking out for the boy. Short answer is I don't mind. For sure. I don't mind. And I will say, right before the new year, the message that Pure basically gave to his chat in the community was a real message too. Talking about kind of reconfiguring your time and making sure that, not necessarily making sure, but taking the time to support people who support you. And just being genuine and building community and stuff like that. I mean, that's real stuff. Because a lot of times people spend a lot of time trying to get, I said a lot of time people spend a lot of time, but often people spend their time trying to get the attention of people who really don't support them at all. And that's a rough thing. Because I've seen several creators and streamers go, listen, people just aren't supporting me the way that I'm supporting them. And it's crazy. Just need a picture, but I think I can get one from your IG if you don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. You have my permission. Now, the person who inboxed me, you random lady who asked to use my stuff for whatever, you do not have my permission, just in case you're watching this. I don't know if you are, but you sounded like you were trying to do some contract type stuff and get me to agree to it. I don't agree to it. But Michael, you feel free to choose a picture that works and you can use it. Okay, here we are. Step 1. Step 1 is first we got to basically create Brad Pitt. So we're going to have Brad Pitt here. And we're going to put the hair on him. We're going to make sure the hair is the right way. Put his pants on. And is there a wrench? Is there a spanner in the works? It says he's supposed to have a wrench. I don't see a wrench. But there he goes. There goes Brad Pitt getting ready. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There he is. He's going to watch us build his car for him. He's like, yeah, build my car. So we need this. And 2 of these, which, I didn't open up the small bag, chat. Duh. What do you guys think about that Drewski skit? Has everyone seen the Drewski skit? Where he did the skit of the mega church? How does that make you all feel? Duh. You go, duh. How does that make everyone feel? I feel like that's real. Here's the wrench right here, chat. There's the wrench. Let's give Brad Pitt his wrench. And I bet you that's a real screwdriver at the end. When I went to CES last week, chat, Lego, they were displaying their smart Lego, where you like clip it on to certain things and it makes the sounds and all that stuff. Pretty cool what those folks are doing. Pretty cool. Not gonna lie to you. Cool. Take that break. Take that break. Yeah, but what you guys think of Drewski's skit? His mega church skit. Has everyone seen the mega church skit? If you haven't, I might have to bring it up for you. I think I can do that. I think I've been here long enough to figure out how to do that while still doing what I'm doing. Let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see. All right, here we go. There we go. Drewski. Drewski. Just want Twitch to fix their app. Is something wrong with the Twitch app? Here he goes.
I'm gonna have Wanda stand up here. Wanda, please. Wanda told us earlier this month that she cannot have a baby anymore. So I impregnated her with the word of God. I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God.
Mr. Big Shot is a funny ass dude.
I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are.
Shout out to I Show Speed.
To get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million for that. Amen.
We're getting through this.
Hallelujah. That needs to appear today.
Today.
We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen.
Lock them doors.
Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that.
Lock
Give
the
him his
doors.
life savings up.
I'm not playing. Lock the doors.
Apostle Richie says, baby, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I said, can you help me? I'm going to finish this word here, and I'm going to do the Christian version. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do the Christian version. I'm driving this Bentley Bentayga because I believe in Christ.
Drewski is crazy, chat. But listen, his skits always go viral, and one of the main reasons I believe he goes viral is because his skits are so true and accurate. So true and accurate.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, get your hands off my car. You gave tithes and offering? No. Shut the fuck up, man.
Bruh. Listen, chat. I don't know if so many people have heard of Drewski. What if the 4 million right outside that door? I know many people have heard of Drewski. He's so known at this point, right? But let me put y'all on to somebody in case y'all never heard of him. But there's another person, some of you may have heard of him, but his skits are wild as fuck too. Like Drewski, so Drewski's just on another level because like his resources have just, I mean, he might have actually collected money from that church the way his resources are flowing. So Drewski, one of the things he got going for him is his resources, right? His resources allow him to create quality content. Like, look at that. Like, How do you even get all those people to come to wherever you're at and actually listen to you? First of all, I mean, to me, chat, that's crazy, right? But there's another dude, Juski, doing the Boondocks method. Exactly. There's another person, Trey Rags. Trey Rags, chat. Have you heard of Trey Rags? Do y'all know who Trey Rags is? Let me go to Trey Rags real quick. His skits, bro. Listen. His skits are crazy too, and some of them are like right there with Drewski in terms of like the realness of them. He just don't put as much like into the quality of it because it's just he be doing it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not that doesn't knock his content, but the dude's skits are insane, and some of them are like, you know, like people have heard of these type of situations happening before. But look at this. Let me play one for you.
You look drunk as hell. You don't need to throw up or nothing, do you? Man, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. No, for real, bro. Like, you probably should slow down on the drinking a little bit. No, this is my last drink. All right, I'm just checking on you. I'm good. Cool.
Trey,
why the fuck he's so curious?
He's so curious.
I said, why that nigga so curious? Why he trying to get in your head like that?
No, man, he just trying to make sure I'm cool.
No, he trying to control you. He trying to control you. You don't see it? He trying to test your manhood, asking you if you need to throw up. What, he trying to burp you? He trying to put you on his chest and burp you? He's disrespecting you as a man.
He is disrespecting.
He's trying to take me and you away from each other so you can be weak.
He a solo skits person.
Just like him. Look at that nigga over there. Look at him over there.
And if y'all wondering what's happening, that's him talking to a cup of liquor.
You see him? He's staring right at you.
He is.
See, I don't like the energy in this party, man. They plotting on you. Look, he texting somebody about you right now.
Who he texting?
He texting Hitler about you right now.
Texting Hitler.
They trying to destroy you.
Yo, bro. You cool?
Why you keep analyzing? You keep analyzing.
Why are you analyzing me, yo? I'm not analyzing you. I'm just making sure.
Have you ever been around a person who drinks a lot?
I'm a grown man, nigga. I'm a grown man. All right, bro.
Yo, what the hell?
What happened?
Look at that guy. Look at that guy 6 feet in front of you. Why he just bumped into you? He just bumped into you. Remember? He just bumped into you 2 seconds ago.
What liquor do to somebody?
Yeah, he did bump into me.
You felt that, didn't you?
He bumped me on my left shoulder. My right shoulder. Right shoulder.
Take a sip, put me down, and go confront him about that.
Take a sip, put me down, and go confront him about that.
Yeah, I'm not lying. Yo, what's up? Why you just bump into me? What are you talking about? What'd you say? I said, why you just... Whoa! What are you doing? What the hell is your problem? No, because y'all being weird in here, man.
Listen. Yeah. Drewski and Trey Rags. Man, these dudes is crazy. I'm trying to tell you. These skits. Subconsciously. Yeah. But yeah, that mega church, yeah, Drewski had the people talking. Somebody created an AI page. At first I thought it was real, because it was like, F that bitch ass Drewski and his blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? And then when I realized every single post on that page was the same thing, just a different, shout out to Jobby in the building. What you know about these Legos? Huh? Yeah, we had to do some Legos today. We prefaced it with a whole situation about cars, but yeah, we are building an SL63. This is part of Lego set 76924, which is the SL63 and the Mercedes G-Wagon. There you have it. Yeah, AI, man, AI is AI. AI is absolutely crazy. But for sure, there's more to come. AI hasn't even, the surface hadn't even been scratched yet. Last week, when I seen some of the technology coming out, one of the most, not one of the most, but one thing that was interesting to me was, so I'm wearing Meta glasses right now, right? I've been basically wearing them every day since I got them, right? And there was a ton of people wearing Meta glasses. There were also a ton of smart glasses in general, right? And there was a company there, chat, that had glasses that had facial recognition. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Facial recognition. Because at first I was talking to the dude, I was like, so what makes these glasses special or different than my Brad Pitt? Different than, you know, all the other glasses out there. I'm like, can you talk to them? Can you give them prompts, right? Because as we know, you could talk to Meta glasses, you can ask them questions, etc., etc., etc. And dude was like, no, you can't talk to them. So I'm like, okay, so what do they do, or what's the special feature? He said, these glasses are for facial recognition. What? Facial recognition, chat. You telling me there's glasses that are out there that you can, and Meta has a lot of glasses coming out as well, a bunch of different type of frames. But you telling me there's glasses you can put them on and it'll basically search the internet and pull information about a person and give you their name and whatever title they have listed? That's crazy. And I said this before, but again, the application that I first thought of just because of my life is like, oh, what if I went to homecoming and I can remember people's names? That's such a small application for something like that, but facial recognition. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of technology coming out. Robots is out there doing flips and karate and everything you can think of, having full-blown conversations with people, being witty. Some of the robots, they basically put skin on them things. Where's my phone? Some of those robots, literally, they put like, look at this. Look at this, chat. And his creepy smile. AI detected. That's a full-blown AI, full-blown robot. I know. I've seen a lot of robots. And you could just tell, like, some robots were way more advanced than others. Because you had robots in there, like, doing everything. They were in there playing ping pong. I played a robot in chess. I played a robot in tic-tac-toe. There were robots folding clothes. There were robots cleaning fake bathrooms. There were, robots dancing, putting on full performances. And then you had some robots that needed assistance standing up. Like they were literally strapped to a harness because they weren't able to stand. But, you never know, because in a couple years, those same companies might be like, look at how much we've advanced with our robot. I see those things, and the first thing I picture is one of them chasing me down a dark alley. Listen, I don't think the alley would be dark if they chased you because they might have lights on the robot. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, some of those, those robots were throwing punches at people and stuff. It was just crazy. They were just ready to square up. Some of them were doing full dance routines. One of the most intelligent robots, I mean, at least from my interaction with the robot, was, and this is what stuck out to me about this particular robot versus other ones. So, of course, I seen a ton of robots in there, and they would perform simple things like, hey, say hello to the robot. Oh, hello, and they, hello, how are you, etc., etc., etc. Basically imitating, human connection, blah, blah, blah. There was one robot in their chat that could hold a conversation with multiple people in any language. Any language, chat. So that was, to me, very impressive, because when you asked a lot of the other companies, like, hey, can this robot speak, for example, can this robot speak Korean? They would go, no, it can only speak English and Chinese, or it can only speak English and Spanish or something. So two languages. Whereas you had this particular robot that I'm referring to. Let me see how the AMG sticker's on there. Sorry. This particular robot that I'm referring to can understand any language, chat. Any language. I started talking to him in English. Another guy came up, started the conversation in Spanish. Another guy started speaking Japanese. And the robot kept up with everyone. It kept up with everyone, chat. It just knew what everyone was saying, and it was just talking. That was crazy. You just built a car 2 days ago? What car did you build? Tell us. We want to know. Show us your car, man. What car did you build? Also, if you've never seen my Lego collection, I like to think it's fairly impressive. I have, just to let you know what I have, I probably won't remember everything, but I have a Harry Potter museum. And then I have like a Chinese Spring Festival. I have some plants. I have some Marvel stuff. I have my car section. I have my Star Wars shelf. I have more Marvel stuff. And then I have some more like Marvel stuff. And then we have a bunch of like Minecraft and a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. My whole family has their own collection. Everybody has a collection. And I probably spend way more money on Legos than I should, but they are very enjoyable, especially on a Friday when you can just get your thoughts in order for the week. I mean, it's amazing. It was a local delivery car in my country. Oh, what country are you from? /in. I'm currently in America, and I'm in the DMV, so I am near your nation's capital. Shout out to the Marvel stuff. You already know the vibe. Maybe I should try to build this correctly. Okay. Then we flip this over. Normally I would have the book in a separate camera, but this time I said, I'm just going to go ahead and, if I keep trying to make all my streams perfect or aesthetically pleasing, if that's the word I'm looking for, then I may not necessarily get her done as I should, if that makes sense. So, South Africa. Nissan Skyline R34, the one from Too Fast, Too Furious? Is that what you're referring to? The blue and white one? I have that one too. I actually debated building that one, but in true fashion, I have to figure out how I want to do the build up for that. Ooh, look at that. That's coming together. That's coming together. And for those of you who have never tried Lego building, at some point you have to try it. I know it seems tedious, but it is it's very calming. I guess is the word I would use. And for me, one reason I got back into Lego is because I have 2 children, for those of you who don't know. I have a child who is 8 years old, and then I have a child who is 3 years old. So for me, getting my son into Lego, start him off with puzzles, then get him into Lego, allows him to learn about the order of operations and to learn to take his time and to plan out his steps. Do a Harry Potter one. I got childish for doing Legos. Oh, I definitely have Harry Potter. I built the Dobby. I built the cake. I built the car. I built the spider. I built Draco Malfoy. I built a Mandrake. I built a ton of stuff. Shout out to Jay Vaxer in the building. Yeah, baby. Chat just leveled up. What's good with you, Vax? How you doing? We're building an SL63 here. A Mercedes. We talked about it. We watched the hot lap. We know it costs $187,000 to own one of these beasts of a vehicle. And here we are building it for our entertainment. And did I lose a piece? Wait a second. Wait a minute. Who are you? Wait. It's not that many pieces. I mean, I didn't go anywhere. I literally didn't move, chat. I followed all the steps. I didn't use any extra pieces. Huh? Okay. That piece has to be here somewhere. So for now, I will continue, but I need to find that piece. I need to find that piece. Call it childish for doing Legos. Listen, anyone who calls you childish for doing something you enjoy is a child themselves. We were talking earlier about teachers saying, you're going to amount to nothing. Like, listen, lady, don't you tell me I'm going to amount to nothing. You want to see something? You want to see childish? I'll show you childish. Because I can't find this piece, and I'm pretty sure, like, I didn't go anywhere. The piece should be right here. You hold on for 2 seconds. I'll show you childish. I'll show you childish. You just hold for 1 second. These are my giant Lego bricks. And in the giant Lego bricks is where I keep all my spare Lego bricks. So the piece that I'm missing should be in there. The piece that I'm missing should be in there. I should have a spare piece like that. Hold up. Let me make sure I know what I'm looking for. I do know what I'm looking for. It's in one of these. These used to be so much more organized. But I should have that piece. I mean, I know what I could do to get around it, technically. Because sometimes, you can't always follow the rules, right? Finna start a book club. Gotcha. Shout out to the book clubs. My lady joined a book club. Ooh. W stream. Twitch is a waste of time. Listen, if Twitch is a waste of time, let me tell you how much time I waste. Shout out to everybody on Twitch wasting their time supporting each other. I think I'm gonna use those two small ones. Let me check my other. Again, this is my extremely large Lego brick. Let me see if it's what's in here. Oh, more pieces. Okay, so extra bags and stuff. I think I'm gonna use those two pieces. I don't think it'll mess up the build because of what it requires. So just so you guys are aware of what I'm looking for or what I need. So this is the piece that's missing. So it's like this little double piece here, right? And I don't see it. I'll look one more time. I'll look one more time for an extra piece. Take a sip. Yes. I shall take a sip of this coffee. Shout out to Forever Moso in the building. What's good with you? Family always got to be careful of trying to ruin people's dreams. Don't you dare try to ruin my dreams. Like, let me do what I do when I do it. Yeah, anyway, that's the piece. I'm sure there's one in there somewhere. But I'm going to just use these two because, listen, sometimes you got to wing it. Come on. Come on. Oh, wait. Yeah. True will tell you, I don't mind being called childish. I don't mind people making fun of me. Hey, Kimmy's man. W Kimmy's man. Listen. Kimmy's man, are you Kimmy Moody's man? Because if not, that's a coincidence, chat. Is that Kimmy Moody's man, or is this... That's a coincidence. Either way, I'm True Key Man. You can call me True. I'm a variety streamer. I just chat. Let me go full screen for you. Let me give you the respect you deserve so you can see my face. I'm True Key Man. You can call me True. I am. Okay. Shout out to the Kimmy crew in the building. Shout out to y'all. I am a variety streamer. I stream just chatting. I game sometimes. I IRL. I do Lego. And then I upload my VODs to YouTube. I think that is the end of my spiel. Shout out to y'all. Coming through as a unit. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. But that piece, you see how I just... Oh, let me go back. Sorry. Let me go back. So that piece that I needed... Right, I'm just going to swap it out. Like, Lego pieces are the same height, you know? Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Hopefully one day you don't come back like...
You're cooked, brother.
Me? I'm cooked? I'm just here so I don't get fined. But where's that piece at? God damn! Can't keep up with shit. All right, where we at? We're on the wheelbase. And what were we talking about? Ah, yes. Don't let a teacher ruin your dreams. Definitely not a family member. Hey, screw that family member. They say, hey, you should be doing something better with your time. I feel like there's a million movies. Is it just me? Or are there like a million movies that prove that never works out in the favor of the naysayer? Right? If you are the naysayer, right? I.e. that person that's just like, you're never going to amount to nothing. You're never going to do this. It's like, bro, haven't you watched enough movies to know that it's going to work out for me. And then all I'm going to do is turn my nose up at you. I mean, look at iShowSpeed, right? The biggest streamer in the world. Wasn't his backstory like his mom told him streaming was a waste of his time, right? And then now she's like, any chance she can get, trying to catch up to him and then trying to see if she can get some of that streamer money off of him. Is it me, chat? Am I lying? You need to get more Legos. Yeah. Gotta get more Legos. I still, unfortunately with my adult money, I'm not the most responsible all the time. And I do have sets like on standby. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with me. I do have sets on standby. So yeah, because this is such an amazing de-stressor. All right, say don't lose another piece. Sometimes you got to check under other pieces because it's like, oh, the piece I was here was just stuck to the back of another piece. But sometimes I go in the Lego store and say, hey, I was building Lego set 76924 and I'm missing the piece from step 26. This little gray piece. And they'll look it up and they'll be like, you know what? Here you go. If it's just that one piece, they want him. Sometimes they'll just be like, here, go finish your set, man. It's all a Lego community. L to the naysayers, W to the Lego.
Shit.
You feel me? Shit, yeah. Life is already hard enough. Like, why you want to go around being negative? Don't that get tiring? Does that not get tiring, chat? How can you just go around being negative all the time? Right. That don't make sense to me. It's like life is so much better when you could just be positive. Right. But I'm trying to tell y'all, I told you before, I am still learning the rules. I'm still learning the rules to life, chat. Like, let me know, are you guys still learning the rules of life? Hey, shout out to the winner. Shout out to the winner of the raffle. Are you guys still learning the rules? Like, listen, don't be ashamed if you still are trying to figure life out. Like, life is so confusing. Here's the crazy part, right? The moment majority of people figure out life, meaning how to operate efficiently, how to navigate the economy and society with very little resources, once people start figuring that out, it gets changed. You ever notice that? I gotta be careful what I say. AI might be watching. Right? They're gonna change. The rules always change. The rules always change. That be life, though. Life has a lot of bumps. Faux show. Needed to hear this today. Glad I was able to say it. Life has its ups and downs, but with the right people, it goes amazing. That's a fact. And the craziest thing about it sometimes is like the people that you never expected. Like, why the hell is this random motherfucker who I've never met before the most positive person in my life at the moment? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I've seen a lot of streamers actually say that. That's one reason why I kind of like, I do like Twitch, is because no matter what, for example, the CEO or anyone else is doing, you can come across some really positive people. And that's where the good times come in. Look at that. Look at that. We rolling. Yeah, you can definitely meet some amazing people, have some good times, etc., etc. It says it right there in the contract. That's a fact, though. All right. We putting the lights on that baby. We putting the lights on that baby. Look at that. Roadster style. We need sticker number 4. We are putting the lights on this baby. The Mercedes. We got to put the Mercedes symbol. I said good day, sir. He put on such a performance, all because Charlie still had the never-ending what's it called? The gumdrop or whatever it was called, the jawbreaker or whatever that never runs out of flavor. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Cars. I love cars too. It's just a shame that they make them impossible to afford sometimes. Like, why the hell are cars so damn expensive? Like, bruh, look at this. Let's look at something for a moment. Let's bring up the other screen, right? We're not going to take up too much space. We're just going to take up a little bit of space. Look at this, right? Here is a 2026 Honda Accord. If you were born in the 1900s, you would think, oh, I could get one of these for like 15 grand, right? Starting at $30,000. Chat. Starting at $30,000 for a Honda Accord. $30,000, the gobstopper. Starting at $30,000, I would literally look at cars and want to know everything about them. Facts. $30,000? 2026 Toyota Camry. Look at this, chat. $30,000. Starting. This is starting at 30. So by the time you actually build this thing, if you're going to get it brand new and walk out the door, $40,000 after they put in taxes and titling and insurance and all the stuff that is required in wherever your state is. $40,000, $50,000. Like, what? But why though? But why? Scammers. They're all scammers, bro. They're all scammers. Now, I will say those cars do last. They last. What's my dream car? You want to know True's dream car? So, okay. If I go to my phone and I go to photos because I have an iPhone and I go to search and I type in Lamborghini, it might sound crazy, but this is what you will find. Stop it. Okay. Oh, maybe this camera. This is what you'll find in my phone if you search Lamborghini. My favorite car is that one. Yup. Give me a good old traditional Huracan and I'm straight. Now, if I can actually afford a Lamborghini, I probably would go buy that one. Yeah, I mean, look at that baby. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, yeesh. Yeesh. I know. You see that? You want to see a car that you probably never seen before in your life? If you like cars and you want to see a nice car, it's like, what? Show me a car I've never seen before in my life. There you go. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a Cosmera? Look at that. Look at that nice ass car. A Cosmera. Look at this. What? What are you even? Ooh, VW Caddy with a VR6 swap. Okay. A car that people continuously sleep on until they're trying to catch up to it on the road, and I see people make videos all the time, is a Volkswagen Golf. People drastically underestimate how fast those cars are. Drastically underestimate. Like, bro, a Volkswagen Golf is fast as shit. Right? That's like looking at, like, I literally saw, I was on the road one time, right? And I'm driving. And me and my friend, you know, sometimes I like to drive fast, right? They're super fast for sure. And we come across this this WRX, and this shit has badging on it. And he's like, yeah, catch him. I'm like, bro, I'm not catching that car. like, do you understand cars, bro? Like, if you understand cars at all, like, I'm not gonna catch no WRX, especially one that has writing. I remember this one dude, this one time I was like racing, and I was racing a couple of people. Of course, you have the, you know, the people who want to race you in these big ass Chargers. This is like whatever. And I raced a dude in a Mustang and a dude in the Infinity and all this. I raced a ton of cars, right? In my electric vehicle, mind you. Excuse me, chat. But then this dude pulls up and he's like, you want to race? And I'm like, I'll do it for fun because I already know I'm not going to beat you because I don't even know what car you're driving. And chat, when I tell you, oh, why do I still have this up? When I tell you that the only thing I knew about his car was that he was driving a Honda. I don't even know what type of Honda. If you're saying it's probably a Honda 2000 or a Honda, I don't know. He barely had car parts on that shit. All he had was the Honda emblem on there, and he had a laptop. And I'm like, bro, I'm not racing you if you have a laptop as your passenger. Like, I'm not an idiot. Like, this isn't my first day on the road. But some unsuspecting person would be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and race this dude. I did it anyway. And when I tell you, I don't know what he pushed on that laptop, whether he pressed enter space or he had a visual of my car and he control alt deleted it. But when I tell you that car took off faster than I've ever seen, I was like, yo, I don't even know why we like old school Ford Escort MK2. Listen, cars are just fast as hell. Like, bro, why would you even like? But I get it, you know. Sometimes it's fun to play games with people. It's like, ha, you think your car's fast? Shout out to Branch in the building. What's good, Branch? How you feeling? We're just talking about cars and etc. and etc. It says it right there in the contract. Shout out to Gene Wilder. I'm going to try to speed up this build because I may end up letting you guys down. I don't think, I mean, you know, letting you down temporarily. Because I forgot my kid gets off of school early. And I like have to go pick him up. I have to go pick him up. Unless I can. But wait a minute. We'll see. We'll see. I still got a couple minutes. I still got a little bit of time. Today I got time. W soundboard. W soundboard. Look at the seats. Hold up, Chad. Look at the seats. Look at this. These are automatic seats too. Look at that. You see how you can put the seat down so that way your two passengers can try to squeeze in the back and don't have any leg room, or you try to throw your luggage back there. Look at how realistic. See, this is why you love Lego, right? Look at this. Look at this. The seats are like, come on, man. Come on, man. Exactly. Fancy. Coffee. I'm hydrating with coffee today. Hydrating with coffee. I always forget to open up the little bag sometimes. I'm like, where's that piece? Oh, you didn't open up the little little shit bag, man. Somebody say, you're a certified yapper. I sure am. I just be talking. Legos are absolutely worth the money. Even if it's for just mental health, right? Because what me and my family will do is we will all get our little, we have these little, that's the steering wheel. And the steering wheel moves too. There you go. We get our little, what we call our little Lego tables, or we all have our different Lego setup situations. And we will sit there and do our own separate Legos while watching an old school movie. So we'll play an old school movie, old to like my kid, not old to us, because we're pretty old ourselves. And we'll just watch it, you know? And I'm talking good classic movies. Like, some of you will resonate with this, some of you won't. But like, when I'm talking about good, old classic children's movies, I'm talking about Pinocchio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. You feel me? Those type of old classic children's movies, right? Fern Gully, right? Three Ninjas, Kick Back, right? Who's watching Three Ninjas? Listen. You have a joke for me. Hey, tell me the joke. I will say though, if you've seen Three Ninjas, listen, nothing will be as disrespectful as in the beginning of Three Ninjas. Which one was it? Three Ninjas at High Mountain? Which one was it? Three Ninjas? What's the name of the movie? Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain. Listen, such a good movie. They don't make movies like that anymore for good reason, because if you recall, right, and if I'm spoiling the movie, sorry, spoiler alert, right? Do you make holy water? Holly water? Tell me the rest of the joke. Do it. Do it. Do it. Holy water?
What the hell is even that?
In the beginning of that Three Ninjas movie, remember how all the drama got started. A grown man poured a beer on an Indian girl. Y'all remember that, chat? He straight up just poured the beer right on her. Like, that is insane. And everybody sat there and watched. And it was up to these kids. You boil the hell out of it. Okay. Okay. We'll give you that one. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it, chat. Did you hear that, chat? You boil the hell out of it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Listen, that's how I feel when I can't figure out jokes. That's a good one. That is a good one. You boil the hell out of it. I wish I had like jokes on standby like that. And the crazy part is I probably do, but the way my brain works is like, it just registers like, you know, you're going to watch it. It just registers so random. So that's the dashboard. There's the steering wheel going in, right? There's the steering wheel going in. Where's my phone? Let me see. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to see if I can adjust my schedule. If not, it's cool. You know, there's always later. Put the car in reverse. Damn, that takes me back. Shout out to that. My brain. All right. Slow down. Slow down, True. Okay, here we go. All right. We're starting to put some doors on this baby or something, putting some structure on here. You guys probably want to see me building this. All right. For those of you who thought, again, that by the title of this quote-unquote episode or live stream, whatever you want to call it, if you thought I went out and spent $400,000 on 2 vehicles, again, I appreciate you thinking so positively of me, but I assure you I did not. And if I was going to go out and spend $400,000 on a vehicle, sorry, Mercedes, but it wouldn't be an SL63, right? I'm not sure if you guys know this, right? But did you know, and I could be lying to you, but did you know that the Mercedes, let me see. Is it the SL? It's let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna say Mercedes sports car. 40,000. So there is, okay. I'm trying to think of which car it is. There is a car, and I don't know if it's the SL63, but there is a Mercedes, chat, that when the car comes out, it's normally like $150,000. Look, this could be it, right? So when the car comes out, right? So this is an SL. So this is a car I'm building, chat. What time is it by you? Almost 11 a.m. for me. All right, so you see this car? Look at this. This is $60,000. This is 14,000 miles on it. It's a 2023. So the SL version of the Mercedes, I don't know if you guys knew this. Look at this, 27,000. When they come out, they're almost $200,000. But each year the car is out, the price drops drastically. Drastically, as seen here. Look at this car. This is a beast of a vehicle. Really only 2 years old. $60,000. This car was almost $200,000 when it first came out. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that's one of the reasons why people don't buy like brand new SLs? Did you know that? I don't know if you knew that. But can you imagine? I mean, this car only got 14,000 miles on it. This is just one version, but I mean, there are like versions that you can get of this car that when it came out, it was worth $200,000, and now you can get them for like $30,000. It's crazy. Crazy. You know what car I really like too? The Cadillac CT5 Blackwing. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Man, look at this. You guys see that? Yeesh. Look at that. It's amazing. Some of the stuff they do with these cars. That is a fine ass car. Faux show. Faux show. Getting that faux show. No text message back. She has 5 minutes to respond. Otherwise, let me see. I need to find a good stopping point. Step 45 seems like a good stopping point. Yeah, I'll have to come back and finish. Don't worry, I still have the entire G63 to do as well, right? So it's not like we're going to be done with this box, even if we finish this car. But I do have to pick my child up from school. Otherwise, and just being honest, this school will probably call the cops on me. They'll say, hey, you didn't pick up your child. Not only are we going to alert the authorities that you basically abandoned your child at school, we're also going to charge you $3 per minute that you are late. Everything's a business, chat. Everything's a business. Everything is a business. But we made some pretty good progress, you know? Can you see yourself in that? Can you see yourself doing a hot lap in this, in the car? If you don't brake enough, right? If you don't brake enough in this car, you hear it. How do you feel about that, chat? Out of all the cars we watched do a hot lap, the GT4 RS was by far the superior vehicle. By far. And that's step 45. I'm not going to lie, though. The one thing about Lego, you got a question, go ahead. Feel free to ask any question. The one thing about Lego that I will say, chat, you can see the pipes. You want to see the pipes on there? Look at that. Look at that. Quad pipes. Ooh, wee. Lego is getting too smooth. Yes, pay being late. That's a fact. They're getting too smooth, am I right? Like, where the clicks at? Like, these things are getting better and better. You can barely take them apart unless you use the Lego tool, but it's barely clicking. These things are sliding together like butter. I mean, if the school can't get a hold of you, what happens? Well, they'll hold your kid. Like, if you're, so typically how they operate, and I'll go full screen. Let me give you guys one more look. Get one more look at that. Look at that, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see that? You see it. You see it. You see it, chat. Yeah, so if the school can't get a hold of you, right? Yeah, there you go. Boom. They'll typically give you some grace, right? If you're a repeat offender, they're going to start charging you. And then, yeah, they'll do something. They'll probably alert the county or something. If you can't keep picking your kid up, if they can't get a hold of you, right? Because some of these, teachers have their own families as well, right? So, but yeah, they're not like Miss Trenchbull, right? They're not like, put him in the chokey, right? His parents didn't come and get him. Put him in the chokey. Yo, if my kid came home and was like, yeah, Dad, where were you? They put me in the chokey. Like, sorry, son. Guess you're going to have to hurry up and get out of that school, right? Yeah. What happens if, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Hopefully I never find out. What happens if no one shows up to pick up your kid? They would probably call the police. Probably is like 99.9%. They would probably call the county. They probably call the police because what else can you do, right? They're not going to take your kid home. They can't do that. Have you did a Lego and it fell apart? Is this your first time here? I was doing a Moon Man and I tried to put that damn backpack on his body and it just straight up crumpled. Not too crazy. It wasn't too crazy, but yeah. I haven't had a drastic fall apart though, because I'm just too afraid to be like one of those crazy people that's like, look, I did the Eiffel Tower. And they decide they're going to carry it by themselves up the stairs. And next thing you know, it's on the floor shattered. I don't think that would happen to me. Because I don't think I would do that. First of all, I think about stuff first. At least a little bit, right? Oh, I'm building this big ass Eiffel Tower. Let me build it where it's going to go. I'm not going to build it upstairs and have to drag it down the steps. Like, come on, that's crazy. Now, if you have to relocate it, that's a different story. But, yeah, it'll make you cry. It'll make you cry. Even if I drop something like that was detailed but smaller, like I built a Millennium Falcon. If I dropped that Millennium Falcon after building it, I would crash out. I would crash out. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta go pick this bad boy up. He's not a bad kid or nothing. Yeah. Lego glue. I don't want to glue my Legos though. Just in case, like, I don't know. I never know, right? I might get older and be like, listen, I'm going to take them all apart. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I just don't like gluing stuff. Like, I don't like keeping my puzzles solid. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. We shall see. But I definitely appreciate you guys today coming, listening to me chat, keeping me, sane, occupied, etc. etc., etc. But don't go nowhere, because please indulge me. I'm going to raid out, right? I'm going to raid out. But yeah, it was good talking to all you guys. And for the road, let's do a small raffle just so we can keep it going. Small raffle. See who can get some points in the raffle real quick. But we will raid out. I don't know who's live, but we'll find out. We'll go ahead and start raiding. But shout out to all of y'all, you know. Make sure y'all tap in. I normally try to go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Listen, I'm a new streamer, so give me some grace. Don't be like, True, your stream sucks. You said you were going to go live this day and you didn't come. Listen, if you want to know when I'm most active, it's definitely Monday, but like, it's the weekend. I don't stream on the weekend because I got to give my family some time too. So it's possible that the next time you may see me would be Monday morning. So if you want to see me Monday morning, make sure you tap in. Otherwise, you guys stay still while we raid out. We got to find somebody to raid first. So while we do that, let's look for somebody. Let's go. I do not have a Discord yet. I'm still trying to figure the whole Discord situation out. You know what I'm saying? I will figure it out. It's my third day. This is my third day. You feel me? Let's look for someone to raid. Listen, we coming back. We starting off the new year strong. We got Miss G. She was doing her book club, but listen, book club with G Harvey. Oh, we gotta go check out Miss G. We'll see what she doing. We gotta check out Miss G. See what she doing. Shout out to everybody who comes in. You already know this is the sound. Listen, for those of you who are new here, you already know the sound. When we click that raid button, that's what it sounds like. And when that beat drop, we all gonna drop in there. You feel me? But Miss G is always up to her antics, and we love it. Let's go show Miss G some love. I'll be in there for a little bit because I do have to go pick up my child. Listen, I told you before. But shout out to y'all again. It's been a vibe. Let's go.